All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Don's Modeling Desk. And tonight, the first thing I'm going to do is work on getting this last engine lit. I got the other two lit. I just need to get this one lit. So we're going to work on that first and see how that goes.
Sounds good. How you doing tonight, Donnie?
I'm doing good. How about you, Jody?
I'm doing okay. We got Alec here. Alec is first. He's first in the stream, first in the chat.
Sorry,
And
Alec.
he says,
only
good
you
evening.
can be first.
He says, good evening. Stephen Haynes.
What's up, Steven?
Hi, Donnie and Jody. How you doing, Stephen? And we got Don. Other Don. Says, howdy, y'all.
Look, Don. Lights.
The brightness. We got Darth Trent OG in the house. Says hi to Donnie and me. That's me. I'm Jody. There's Tommy. Fallen Ghost is here. Good evening, Tommy. How you doing?
What's going on, Tommy?
Alex looking up reviews on replacement printers. Don says lights are evil.
No, lights are right.
Trent saying hi to everybody. Alec agrees. Lights are good. So, what do you got there? That's the rear engine loop-de-loo.
Loop-de-loo.
The croc strap.
Here we go, loop-de-loo.
We'll call it the croc strap. It's a triple-strapped croc is what the Orville is. That's one of the straps. So is that the top, middle, or bottom one you got there on the desk?
I think this is the top one.
Now, I saw the one you had lit a couple weeks ago. Was that just a mock-up and a dry fit to demonstrate, or is that one completed?
No, that was these two.
Okay, so those ones
Both
are done.
of these are lit.
Excellent.
And
On to
there's
the final one.
Arduino that's going to run them.
Okay. So I wasn't sure if those were totally completed or if you're just, mocking it up and dry fitting it to make sure everything was working.
No, those are done.
Excellent.
There's the soldering pads on that.
Pretty small.
Focus, camera. There you go. Yeah, those are fun to solder.
Mm-hmm. So are those blue LEDs?
No, these are
addressable.
Addressable.
Okay, excellent. That's why you need the Arduino.
Yeah, that's because I'd like to eventually get the effect when it goes to warp. Where the whole thing is at like half brightness and then the light up from the outside toward the middle brighter. Yeah. I'd like to get that.
You just need to program that little board to do it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Let me see here.
Don says, you'd be done by now if it wasn't for the lights.
But it wouldn't look nearly as good.
And Alex says, Donnie always says a kit is not done until you give it life with lights.
That's right. There's the Arduino code I have so far.
What do we have here? Code. Okay, I see. Darmok Angelad at Tanagra.
Yeah.
Timba his arms wide.
So far. There's plenty more to add to that, though.
My kid would know what that means, but not me.
I halfway know what that means.
There we go. Clicking and no clicking. Clicking and no clicking. I don't know if it's my computer or if it's StreamYard's. It's weird. Like I go to put a star on the comment and it flashes and the comment turns blue and then it flashes off as if I'm double clicking my mouse, but I'm not.
You sure it's not your mouse?
It shouldn't be.
Does it only do it in StreamYards?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And like I said, when I go to enter your studio, I enter the studio and it flashes on the studio and then it pops me back out to the main StreamYards page almost every time.
That is so
And then
weird.
I have to start over. And if my settings are different, I have to change my settings. I didn't have to this time, though.
That is so weird. I can't figure out why it would be doing that. I don't know what would cause that.
No, neither do I. So I was going to say, that just takes the one strip in there, right?
Yes.
Does that piece open up? Like how are you going to get it in there?
What do you mean?
Like that arc piece, is that two pieces that you can open up and put the light in, or you have to get it in through that groove?
You put it in through the groove.
Okay.
Like on this one, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but see, there's the LED strip up inside there.
Okay, it's up in the edge.
Right up in there.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not shining directly on the part.
Yeah.
So that doesn't have the clear piece on yet.
This one doesn't. No, I have the clear piece over there.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. I just wanted to make sure what I was looking at there.
Now I need the green wire. I haven't opened the green wire yet.
Oh, because you need 3 wires for this one.
Yeah, for the addressable.
Yeah, you need 1 wire for the data.
Right. Power, ground, and data. Data. Whichever.
Yamato. Battleship's a battleship.
There we go.
Excellent. So when I said, what was that on the screen, Don said, just gibberish for lights, LOL. Alex says, sorry, me, no speak code. Me caveman when comes to coding blinky lights. Blinky. Ooh.
Don knows how to code. I should get him to code these for me.
Yeah. He doesn't have to install them. He doesn't have to solder and do any installing. He can just...
That's right. Just write some code.
Code them up.
You could do that, couldn't you, Don? And nails where Don says, lights are evil.
Don says, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Oh, I see how it is, Don.
No, he didn't type that. I was just reiterating.
No, this is just where Don says lights are evil.
Yeah, Alec, you can hear Tori. He's right behind me. Came out to say hi.
I like listening to the birdie.
Yeah, when he's being cute like that. I don't like listening to him when he's sitting on the door or something, just squawking over and over again.
Trust me, we had parakeets. I know how it is.
So Don's asking, are you using Arduino Nano, right?
Yes.
And then he says coding is for nerds. Well, isn't that what we
Good
all
thing
are?
I are a nerd then.
I was going to say, isn't that just what all of us are anyway? Isn't that what brought us all together in the first place?
Right?
No nerds like me around here, and if there is, they won't admit it. So you're too worried about trying to be cool.
I'm not worried about being cool.
No, because you are. You don't need to worry about it. You're already cool.
Don must be like Ogre on Revenge of the Nerds.
Glue.
Nerds.
Yes, sir. And proud of it.
I love that movie.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I haven't either, but I still like it.
Yeah, it was a good one. That's a movie that I've seen more than like 3 times. It's probably
Same.
maybe 4 or 5 times I saw that. Yeah, my friends used to watch it all the time.
I've watched the second one a few times, even though it's not nearly as good.
Yeah, I may have seen that one once. I don't even remember it. Alex says, at least cockatiels are more whimsical and their squawks are more song-like than the screams. Well, the other parrot breeds would make. Yeah, well, you guys mostly hear it's because he's sitting around on my shoulder and he's, with somebody and talking to him and giving him attention and stuff. But when he wants something, like if you ignore him for too long, he'll go somewhere and he'll just scream. And he goes,
hey, look at me.
Really loud. Yeah, he's like, hey. Hear it in my videos sometimes. I mostly try to edit it out, but sometimes it gets in there. What's that? You don't want
plastic to play with?
It's empty? Thanks. You give me an empty gift card?
It's not
Thank
a gift
you.
card at all. It's the holder that it came on.
Right on. Cool. Yeah, I can use that. Thank you.
That's better than no gift card.
That's right. Well, no, it's the top part that the gift card's attached to.
Right.
But it's made out of the same plastic, so I can use it for stuff. I was just giving them a hard time. I was like, oh, $10 gift card? Thanks. Alas, that was no $10 on the gift card. Nary a gift card there was.
Well, it'll be a $10 gift card if you put $10 on it.
Yeah, but the card's not even there. It's just the top part that it's attached to.
Right.
Nerds. That's what Don's saying. Nerds.
That's right.
We are the Nerd League. Sorry for the noise. I'm moving things around.
No, you're good, man.
Shuffling stuff. I acquired myself a double-tipped pen.
A double
But
tip
it's not,
pen.
yeah, but it's not a pen with a different tip at each end. It has two fine tip markers right beside each other for making double lines.
Oh, nice.
And the lines are, all right, give me a second here.
Daggone it.
The lines are about a millimeter apart. There, Cameron's here. Good evening, Cameron. Says good
What's up,
evening,
Cameron?
Donnie and Jody and everyone in chat. Don says, hey, Cam. Buck's here. Hello, Buck. He says, hello, peoples.
What's up, Buck?
Good evening, Buck. How you doing? Tommy says hi. Steven says hi.
Soldering this little middle pad without getting it stuck to either one of the side ones is a pain
They're
in the
very
tuchus.
close together, eh?
Yeah. Here, finally got it. There we go.
Is that so? You don't say.
See, because it's right in between the other two.
Mm-hmm. So it looked like there wasn't a third one at every point.
No,
Am
there's
I
three
wrong?
at every point.
Oh, there is? Okay. I was looking at the
Yeah.
other ones and it looked like there wasn't a middle
But
one at some of them.
it's easier to solder the two power wires here because they're separated.
Yeah.
And then the data wire to the next set.
Okay. So they don't, when you put that together, they don't all have to be on the same one. Like in the same row.
You know what? I soldered that on the wrong one. That has to be on the end. I doofed.
Oh, the data one has to be the first one?
Yeah. I did the same thing last time too.
I get you. Don says, welcome to the light show.
That's right.
Buck says, hey, Tommy Don. Cam says, say hey, Don and Buck, and Steven and Ghost. Buck says, hey, Cam. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Excellent. Excellent. Come on, you sticky little thing. Buck says, I see the light. I see the mother light.
No light
From
yet.
Blues Brothers.
Still working on it.
From the Blues Brothers. And it's going to be a blue light.
It is.
I used to like me a blue light.
Daggone it. You used to like you a blue light.
Yeah, hard to get. A beer. It's a beer. Labatt's Blue is one of the big major brands of beer in Canada, and I used to have
Blue
a
is?
Blue Light. Yeah, it's called Labatt's Blue.
Interesting.
It's one of the big ones. We got Molson and we got Labatt's. Those are like the big Canadian ones. There's a bunch of others too, but those are like the big guys, right?
Right.
They're like, Budweiser and Coors or whatever.
In America.
Yeah. But yeah, not too many people like it. So you go out and you order one somewhere and they're like, oh, a little Blue Light. We don't have that trash. So Alec is asking, Donnie, you own an Ender, correct? Is that your printer, I guess?
Yeah, I have an Ender 3 Pro. Old Ender.
3 Pro. Buck says, I hear something. Sounds like it came from Arizona. Oh, hi, Alec. They're saying, hey. Everybody's saying, hey.
Yeah, I think they're up to like the Ender 6 now or 5, something like that.
Which one do you have? A 3?
Ender 3 Pro.
Ender 3 Pro. Alex says, I think you misspelled hi there, but hi, Buck. No, I think Buck knows what he's doing. Oh, and he says, no, I spelled hi the way I meant to. Buck says, it's the Ender, the world as we know it. It's the Ender, the world as we know it. And he feels fine. And he feels fine.
Ender 5. They're up to the Ender 5 now. But there's like 15 versions of the Ender 3 now.
It is the dawning of the Ender times. The Ender is nigh.
The Ender is old. How did this wire get so tangled up? Alec, did you tangle my wires up?
He says, wow, the 3 Pro is an old one. It still uses a dial to choose the files.
Yes.
Oh, yeah? It's got you turn like a dial to like an old microwave? That's cool, man.
Well, it has a screen, but it's not a touch screen. You have a little dial.
Okay.
You
So
turn
you're
it.
moving your cursor around.
Yeah, and then you push in on the dial to select.
Oh, that's cool.
But this one has a BTF version 3, I think, touchscreen added to it.
Oh, nice. Like an upgrade.
Yeah.
Alex says he didn't tangle your wires.
I think he did.
He did no such thing.
Because they're really, really tangled.
Well, if they're really, really tangled, then it had to be him.
That's the way I'm looking at it, too. I think I'm just going to unhook this, and we'll hook it back up in a minute once I get it untangled. This is why I don't really use magnet wire unless I have to.
Because it's so small?
Because it just gets tangled on everything.
What about it gets it tangled? Because it's stiffer and it hooks on?
Yeah, it grabs onto everything.
Oh, I see. Because when you bend it, it stays bent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get all those little kinks. It's nice to have some kinky things, but not your wire.
Right?
Todd's here. Todd says hello and good evening all. Good evening,
What's
Todd.
going on, Todd?
How's it going? Pictures of your house are looking cool. Drywall, it's looking like a house.
Yeah,
Got
they're
all
coming
the
along with
walls.
that house quick.
Yeah, man. They ain't screwing around in Phoenix. They ain't screwing around at all. Oh, that sucks. My OmniFixo marred the... right at the beginning, before you started your stream, I showed you how I was using my OmniFixo for a space dock.
Yeah.
For my little Enterprise. Yeah, all the little clamps left marks on the paint.
Really?
On the clear coat. Yeah, it squished the clear coat and left the imprints.
Clear coat must not have been cured good when you put it on there.
I did it last night.
Weird.
Well, I was gonna put another coat of paint on it anyways because I'm doing another final sanding job, but that just means I got to do more. We got to do more.
I wouldn't have thought those rubber coated clamps would have did that.
Nor did I, but I guess they're tight enough. And it's even a round little, like a soft mark too. It doesn't have a hard edge because it's a rubber thing. So it's like a little, it's like you stuck a tiny hot spoon into it and it just made a little divot. I might be able to sand it smooth enough. Everyone's saying hi to our buddy Todd. Buck says hi, Todd, with a question mark. Oh, hi, Todd? Todd's not friends with MJ. They don't hang out. Alex says, I'm telling you, Donnie, I couldn't be the one to mess with your wires. We know, man.
Why not?
We know.
Getting your alien technology in my wires.
So right now, it looks like you're making electronic space horseshoes.
Hey, that's it.
If you had a fourth one, I'd be convinced you were making a robot horse. Of course.
A horse is a horse, of course, of course.
Unless, of course, the horse is a robot cyborg horse.
Right.
I wonder if they ended up making that thing, or if even it was real. I saw ads for like this thing you could get out of Japan. I think it was Kawasaki or something. It was like a horse, like a robot horse that you ride around. It's like a motorbike, but with legs instead of freaking wheels.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was even real.
Probably
Anybody
not.
know?
Probably
Anybody in chat?
AI.
Let me know.
There's so many AI videos, and they're getting so good. It's like,
Yeah. Well, this one
impossible.
wasn't trying to be AI because it said that this was a rendering and a concept with like the video that it showed. So it wasn't saying
okay.
that it wasn't trying to say that this was it and the real deal. But then it did show a little clip of an actual thing, like with a guy on it that you could tell pretty much looked real. Like, he's not driving around the mountains. He's in a warehouse or the lab or whatever working on it.
Right.
But, they're selling it as this mechanical horse that you'll be able to get on and, cruise the mountain trails and right across the desert and all that stuff. I think it was Kawasaki. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. There we go. Now it begins. Buck says, Mr. Ed?
Yes,
Mr.
Mr. Ed. What's wrong with
Why
that?
do you make these high-pitched whirring sounds when you walk and move your head? Are you going to be quiet? Hi. Hi again. Joy goes banana. There you go.
Bang, bang.
Tori's like, I'm always good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, he was sitting here all nice and quiet, sitting on my shoulder, and then he decided to fly away down to the other end of the apartment and start screaming outside the kid's bedroom door.
He's probably wanting the kids' attention.
Yeah.
I
He's
need to
gone now.
solder one more wire on here.
I opened up the window and defenestrated him.
Where did I put the green wire? There's the green wire right in front of me.
Oh,
Last place I would look for it.
I was just about to tell you where it was, but you found it. You found it.
I need a green wire on both ends of this one. Because the data line is serial. In other words, it has to pass through every strip.
That's why it needs to start at the beginning.
Yeah. Start in one strip, go through it, and from it to the next strip, through it to the next strip.
So are you telling me you got to put a little jumper in between each? Oh, next strip. Okay. Not each light, not each little pad.
No.
You had to put a little jumper in between each
In
one
other
of those little
words,
pads.
the data line will go in one end of this strip, out of it, in the end of this strip, out of it, into the end of this strip, and out of it.
Yes, I get it. I misunderstood at first when you said strip. I was thinking each individual one of those little pads.
No.
No, that would be ridiculous. Imagine if you had to put a little jumper wire in between each of those little pads down the center.
That's insanity. Whew. That would be a lot of soldering.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of tiny soldering.
Very tiny indeed.
I don't understand why they didn't separate these pads. I know the light strip's small, but they could have had like power and ground here, and then data here, and then power and ground, and then data. You know what I mean?
Okay. But they're all right beside each other.
Yeah. Quit it. Quit it.
What did I do? I'm sorry.
No, it keeps wanting to solder two pads together.
Oh, the flux is crossing.
Yeah. Don't cross the flux.
Don't cross your flux. A word to the wise.
There we go. That should do it.
Excellent. Nicely done.
Don't say that. We ain't seen whether it works yet or not.
Oh. Well, it looks like it's gonna. I got confidence in you, man. No one will be seated during the wiring scene.
And then the other green wire needs to connect to this green wire.
The green wire's connected to the green wire. And the green wire's connected to the other green wire.
Green wire.
And it's not easy being a green wire.
It's not easy being cheesy.
It's not easy being cheesy. Good one. It ain't easy being cheesy. Sounds like my kids are vacuuming in the room. Excellent. It's about time. So you and your family all set and ready for the holidays, Donnie?
Oh, yeah. How about y'all?
Good. Pretty much, yep. We got the tree is up. There's no decorations on it yet, but hey, it's got lights. It's lit. We don't do much. There's not a whole lot of us.
Yeah, we don't do a
it's
whole
pretty
lot either.
Pretty small celebration. We have dinner and we do a Secret Santa thing with the family. It's fun, and then we don't have to worry about everybody doesn't have to worry about trying to figure out what to get for every single person.
Right.
Pretty much the same thing we did with the group. You draw names, and same thing we did there.
Okay, something is not working. Either I got a bad solder joint there or something.
What's not working? Oh, the other one's supposed to be on.
Right.
Yeah. I was going to say, it looks like it's working.
Yeah, the one is.
Yeah, you just hooked them together and only one's on.
Strange. Okay, so the problem is in this wire. I must have a bad solder joint right here.
Is it flicked on and off when you fiddled around with it?
Well, see, when I connect this wire straight from this one, now both of these are on. This one just froze because I disconnected the data.
Yeah.
But now those two are working. So I must have a bad connection right here. So we're just going to have to try to redo that tiny little solder.
Not a problem. Don says, "Are you sure it's a good strip?" I think he's saying it could be the actual solder point on the end of the strip that's faulty and not your work.
You mean like a bad data connection somewhere within the strip itself? That's possible.
Not sure. The only way to find out is to resolder it and see if it works.
No, I'm not sure it's a good strip, but I could cut another section and redo the whole thing again.
Let's not get crazy now. Whoa.
Well, I mean, that'd be the only way to find out if it's a bad strip.
Yeah.
Would be just cut another section of strip and try that.
Todd says, or you could try soldering wires to the other end.
I have wires soldered to the other end.
The wire's coming in.
Yeah, the data has to pass all the way through the strip.
He might mean the other end of the second one you're trying to hook to.
There we go. Well, see, I have wires soldered to this end. That's where the power and data is going in. And then the data comes out this end and goes to the next strip. Theoretically.
He says, or you have them daisy chained. And Gordon's here.
They're supposed to be daisy chained.
Gordon says, hi, Buck. Hi, Todd.
I mean, the power wires are not daisy chained. Power and ground is not daisy chained. But the
data has to be.
Yeah, the data wire has to be daisy chained. So let's connect this back to this. And then connect
Todd
this.
says, the 3 lines should be a bus. You can try soldering to another point along that strip.
Well, the problem with that is
connection.
Yeah, but the problem with that is it's the data line. So anything beyond the pad you solder it to won't get data. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
In other words,
yeah.
If I solder
So
the
if it
data
was
wire,
just the power.
Yeah, if I solder the data wire in the middle of this strip, then everything from that point on wouldn't get data.
Gotcha.
I learned that the hard way. Because the very first one of these I soldered up, I did exactly the way I did this one first. And I soldered the power wires to the pads on the end and the data wire to the next set of pads. And then when I fired it up, like the first 3 LEDs didn't light up. And I'm like, why is what? And then I finally figured out, oh, the data has to start in front of the LEDs that you want to light. Data is serial,
because it needs to
and
tell
power
all
is
of them.
parallel. Exactly, Don. Exactly. The data has to go from this wire to the first LED, and then it just goes from that LED to the next one, all the way down the strip. And then it comes out the end of the strip and goes into the next strip. And it's still not doing it.
We might have to try a different strip then.
But I mean, I don't see how it could be a bad data connection because the lights all the way to the end are flickering. Well, that last light's not on though.
Todd says, yeah, as long as they share a common ground, they should be fine.
Yeah, the power and ground are good. It's something in the data connection somewhere.
Could it just be your wire if you had a new piece of wire?
It could be, but
maybe your wire has a kink or a break in it somewhere.
I could try soldering it to a different pad, but I'm going to lose a couple of whites.
Dawn says, now the next question is how the LEDs are being told to turn on. Well, that would be the data wire, the green wire, right?
That's the green wire. That's the data wire. Well, let's try soldering it to the other pad and see if that works. If that don't work, then I don't know what to do. And I was thinking, man, I'm going to get these lights knocked out and then I'll have to figure out something else to do. Boy, was I wrong.
That's how it goes when you plan ahead. Todd says, my guess is that the first LED driver in the strip... Just give me 1 sec, please. Todd says, my guess is that the first LED driver in the strip to get the serial signal adds a +1 to the data signal and on to the next one it sees.
Well, the way I understand it, and this is just from what I've read online, is you set the number of LEDs in the program. And so it creates basically a numeric string. Say if you got 150 lights, it'll create a numeric string with 150 values in it of whatever your program tells each value to be. And then it just shoots out all 150 values. The first LED takes the first one, the second LED takes the second one, and so on. That's why they all have to be in sequence. Because you're just shooting out one string of numbers, and each LED takes the next number.
So Don's asking what is controlling it. He says if they're addressable, what is
here
controlling
Arduino right here.
There you go. Todd answered him. He said the Arduino. Buck says, huh? And Howard's here. Welcome, Howard. Says, I can't type. I wanted NASCAR-style streams, and now YouTube hates me. On NASCAR-style streams.
Huh?
Don says, okay, I guess I need to learn Arduino.
You do that, Don, and then you can help me figure this out. Get on that.
Alex says, I'm glad I'm not the only one who is lost and confused by all this technobabble, Buck. No, I'm there with you guys too. I have no idea what they're talking about either. I'm doing my best to listen and try to learn. Todd says, right, but in order for each LED to take an ID number, they have to have an order. Hence, serial comms hitting the first one. That LED adds a +1 to the next LED to identify itself, and etc.
Right.
Or else data wire hookup wouldn't matter. Buck says, I'm too old. I'm not going to learn this stuff.
You can learn,
You're never
Buck.
too old. You're never too old, Buck.
You can
I'm too
learn.
old. I'm trying to.
I learned it from watching YouTube videos. You
I
see how
learned it
good
from
that's
watching
working, right?
You, all right. I learned it by watching you. Todd says the position of the data wire. I have to remember I don't have to lean forward to talk into my microphone. The position of the data wire
that's
does
not what
matter.
the problem was.
The first one closest to the Arduino takes ID 1.
Right.
The next LED in the circuit grabs 2. Okay, so you tried a wire. It wasn't the wire?
Well, I tried a different pad.
Okay.
You know, Todd said it might be a pad.
Yeah.
So I soldered to the next pad. But this is what I was saying. Because I soldered to this pad here, all the LEDs before that pad don't work.
No.
They're not getting data. But that's not what the problem was.
Yeah, even though they might be getting power, nothing's telling them to turn on.
Right. So I need to put that back where it was. That's not what the problem was.
So Buck says Howard's posting chats about cuts and burns, and YouTube hates him. Oh, like short videos? Todd says makes sense if the data line has to be serial through multiple strips.
Right, and if I send the data straight to this strip, it goes through this strip and this strip works. So I get both of these. But if I hook this strip up, only this strip works. I don't know. I'm gonna check.
So Howard says, wow, my comments are being blocked. I can't mention my physical harm. So yeah, it's probably the wording. If you type, I cut myself,
I
it's probably
haven't
not going to
seen
like
it.
that.
Like,
But if you
are you
say
talking
I
about on this
accidentally,
stream?
I don't know if he's talking about this stream or another one, because I've not seen anything.
Yeah, I
I
just
just
scrolled back
see
through
Howard's
there. I
first
do not
comment
see
says I
any
can't.
blocked comments.
Yeah. He says I wanted NASCAR style streams and now YouTube hates me. And then he says you can't talk about physical harm, I guess. So yeah, I guess if you accidentally hurt yourself doing work or modeling or stuff, you probably just got to watch how you word it.
Just say you got an owie.
Yeah, I accidentally injured myself. Because if you start with, I cut myself today.
No, this wire is good too.
Buck says, I never watch YouTube. Who would watch that? Not enough commercials. Well, I don't know. For me, there is. Unless I'm using my laptop.
It's not the wire. It's not which pad I had it soldered to. I don't know.
Have you tried going from the opposite end using one of the other arcs as the first one? And using
have
the one
this
you're
as the last one?
Oh yeah, or in the middle, or yeah, the last one, I guess. If it can't send power off the end of it, but it's getting it from one end.
Well, let me get this wire soldered back on, and
or not power, but like a signal.
Yeah.
Maybe put that one at the end of the circuit. Maybe I'm not sure, Donnie. I'm only guessing because I don't have the experience and knowledge that you guys have on this. But that would be something I would try.
Experience?
Move it to the yeah. That's what I would try. Move it to the other end so that it doesn't have to do anything after, right? Todd says, makes perfect sense. The circuitry has diodes, so the signal can only go one way down the strip.
Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong.
Maybe you have it backwards. You started at the wrong end. But if it's going down the strip, then it's going the right way, right? If you started at the wrong end, then the signal can't go down the strip. I don't know. Buck says, if you're not bleeding or burning, you're not modeling.
It's going the right way on this strip anyway.
Okay.
Because here's the arrow. The data should be going that way. Well, I have this end connected to the Arduino, which means it's coming in this end, it's going this way and then out. So it's going the correct way through this strip.
Okay. Todd says for that to work, the strips have to be directional? ?
Yes, they are.
And then Howard and Buck say, yes, this stream.
Can you see that arrow?
No.
Right there?
No, it's not close enough.
Now, can you see it?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. It's
Right there on the strip by my thumbnail.
Yeah, the black arrow.
That's
Yeah,
the
now I see it.
direction the data has to go.
Okay.
This is the out wire.
All right.
This should be the wire I connect to the other strip, which is what I was doing right here. I connect this to this. It should work. I give it power.
Let's see. Don says, what about the output of the nano? Could be overloading the capacity?
But if that's the case, I should still get like 2 instead of just this one.
Yeah,
right?
Because the other ones both lit up. When you
Right.
turned on the other set there, they both had no problem.
If I unplug this, disconnect. This is the wire coming out of that strip, and this is the wire going into the next strip. If I disconnect this and connect this,
well, let me get to what Todd's saying here because he's got a lot of comments and he's trying to help. He says, okay, confirmed. They are directional. Buck says, I know how to fix it. 48 volts. Todd says, ARGB strips have a specific direction.
Yes.
Could be that one is backwards, but I think this is from earlier before you noted the arrow. Imagine they are marked data in, out, or something.
Yeah, they have an arrow.
That would be the arrow. Howard says, only 48. Heck, let's do 220. Yeah, there you go. Put 220 volts through that little strip, Donnie. Push that power button. Buck says, wait, RGB strips? Is that a new type of pirates about?
Okay, well, let's try something different then.
And then Todd says, or arrows. Yes, something to mark the data. Andrew's here. Evening, gents. How's it going? Well, Andrew, if there's anyone else here that can weigh in on Donnie's dilemma, I'm sure your input would be valuable. Hey, Andrew.
So this would
the
be
RGB
the
guy. That's right.
Strip.
Evening, gents. How's it going? Buck says, hey, what did you call me? Are you powering the strips from Arduino plus 5 volts or ground pins?
Yes.
And Todd just asked the question I was about to type. Okay, so Andrew had the same question. Yes. So I don't know how long you've been watching, Andrew, but he's trying to send the data and the signal off to all 3 of those arcs to be lit, and it's not going. And Donnie's troubleshooting, but we can't seem to figure it out, and I'm not much of a help.
And they may be right. It may be too many LEDs for that pin to power.
Todd's question, how are you powering the
not.
Arduino? No.
Because I just disconnected one strip from the loop and connected this one in place of the first strip and then connected the other one. And nothing.
Andrew is here. Welcome, Andrew.
I think he's here, but he's not here.
He's here, but he's probably just not ready to talk yet.
So in this one, out of this one, into this one.
So can
Todd
you hear
says, me? Yes, we can hear you. Todd says, should not expect a lot of juice through the Arduino pins.
Yeah,
How are you
I
tonight,
get
Andrew?
that. That's why I disconnected one strip and connected. I've just got two now. I've had both of these working at the same time. Fine,
All
no
right.
problem.
So,
But if I connect this one and this one, I'm not getting data to this one.
all right. So, I had just been joining the stream, so I might not be fully up to speed on what you're doing. But you're running a. So you've already got a sketch.
Yes.
Through your Arduino, and you're running all of your effects through one data pin.
Yes.
Okay. So all the effects are on the same data channel.
Yes.
And they're all addressed in the order that you are trying to hook them up right now. So they're going through that strip you've got out first, and those are the one LEDs that are set up first in your sketch, and then after that is your whatever drive they call it on the arches, on the rings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is the LED that is plugged in right now going to be the first LED in the series in the model?
It doesn't really matter which one's first.
What is that strip that's sitting out for? Is that for one of the?
Yeah,
one
it's
of the
going to go
engine
in
arches?
this one.
Oh,
It's going
okay.
to go in this one.
So that's just the engines that you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay. My next question is, and sorry, I just need to get up to speed. You're powering it all through your Arduino, correct?
Correct.
All right. What I do, whether it's the Arduino or the inner lighting kit, is I power the LEDs direct from the 5-volt USB, and just use the shared ground so we don't get any issues. That way, the LEDs have more than enough power to run, so they're not trying to draw too much power through just the Arduino.
Right.
But you you need to make sure that you are shared on the ground.
Correct. And I understand that. That's why I redid this. I can have both of these running together perfectly fine.
You can have two of them running.
But if I try to connect this one, it's not passing data through this one to these two.
Okay.
Well, then Todd brought up the point of could it be the Arduino's not putting out enough power, and I hadn't really thought about that. So
what you're saying
disconnected this one. I now have data running through this one to just this one. So that's still only two.
Okay.
So this one should be working now.
Okay.
But it's not.
Can I see, because apart from the comment up on the screen, I can't see how you're
I'll get rid of that.
to the Arduino.
I was just, I think Todd was saying sort of the same
the Arduino's right here.
Yeah, the wiring going into that LED strip. Are you able to put all of that on camera?
Right here?
Yeah. Okay, so
I've got the data connected to the very end, and then the power connected to these two pads here.
Okay. Now, is there an LED in front? Like, are the LEDs behind the power working? Yes, they are. Okay, good. And do you have any effects programmed into your Arduino right now, or is it just
Just that little flicker? See that little flicker?
Oh, okay. Sometimes that can be an artifact of the camera and the shutter speed.
No, that little flicker is what I programmed into it.
Okay, perfect. Do you have? Okay, so your next set is in the engine that's in the middle.
This one.
Yeah, okay. And then so you've got that connected to power on your Arduino as well.
Yes. I've got them all three connected to power.
Yeah, okay. And then you've got your green data going out.
Yeah, see, it comes out of this one.
Yep.
And goes to this wire. which then goes into this one.
Okay. And then if you leave everything the way it is,
Uh-huh.
and the only difference is instead of connecting data for the strip that's currently on, connect the other data to the pin on your Arduino. Does it run?
Connect these two to it?
No. Just this. So just the one in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So the data wire that you've currently got connected to the out data wire from the on. So the one that you're going, yeah. So the one on the right that you're holding with your right hand.
Uh-huh.
So if you disconnect that and then just plug it directly to your data pin that you're using on your Arduino, does the other one light up?
Oh, if I connect this to the data pin?
Yes.
Yes, it will.
And you've tried that tonight?
I have both of these on tonight.
Okay.
See, if
try
I
to
connect
do
this
some-
to the data,
Yes. Okay.
let me get it twisted here. And then plug it up.
And that
That
one
one
runs.
works.
Okay. So my
Now,
next question is
I can even take the output from that one and
Yeah.
connect it to the input on the next one.
and both of those will work.
Plug the power back up. Oh, I didn't get a good connection there.
Okay. Hi, everyone who's saying hi.
Hello, 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 hello.
This just helps me get up to speed on everything that's been checked.
Correct. I have no problem with that. If you can help me solve this problem.
So
There.
that would be Eric and Alec that are saying hi to you, Andrew, and also
Yeah.
Todd.
All right. So
Eric
the
says-
next thing I'd like you to try, Donnie. So
It is now, Eric. It is now.
the next thing I'd like you to try, just for process of elimination, disconnect the one that you just connected to it. So the bottom
This
one
one?
there. Yeah. So disconnect that, and instead connect the output from the center one to
the input of this new one.
Yes. And let's just make sure all of that works.
The input of the new one.
Sometimes some weird things happen. And then if that works, we'll connect the output from that, the one you have just sitting out, to the input on the other one that you just disconnected. Okay, so that works.
Yep.
So now take the output
Of
from
this
that
one.
one and connect it to the input of the third. If this doesn't work, then you're going to want to do a resolder on that data cable.
Already done that. That was my very first thought. Crap, I must have got a cold solder joint.
Okay, do you have any extra strip?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
There you go. Something weird is going on in the ordering of it.
So I cannot have this one first for whatever reason.
For whatever
Eureka.
reason. And to be honest, if it works, I'm not going to argue with that. Just remember what order it needs to go in.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. I was looking for the yay.
Now that you know that
Sorry
this
about
works, you could now try redoing it in the order that you originally had it, just in case something has been fixed with it. I don't know.
I
But
mean,
this
I'm
thing-
fine with it working in the order it's in,
Yeah,
as long as all
Whatever
three of them
works.
work.
yeah. I mean, the reason you would do that is just to eliminate any potential failure points. Because
Right.
you don't want any failure points once you have this model put together.
So you're saying put it back the way it was originally.
Yeah, just see, now that you've confirmed that it's all working in this orientation, just try it the way you were doing it before and see if that makes a difference.
Yeah, just to confirm what the problem was.
Because if it doesn't work that way, I'm not sure what the problem is. Because then the problem is not with anything to do with your sketch, because your sketch is fine.
Right.
It's got to be in the physical
Well,
connection.
see, I was like 99% sure the sketch was fine because I had it running these two. Then I added 57 more LEDs,
Yeah.
which I added to the sketch. And then when I connected everything up, it wouldn't work. I'm like, okay, I added 57 LEDs. I added that to the sketch. Why is it not working? So the first thing I did was resolder it. I thought, I must have got a bad solder joint.
Yeah.
No.
That didn't work.
By the
Okay,
way,
so,
Donnie, how long is this ship going to be when it's done?
28 inches, I think.
And is this like a file where you have to pay per like print you do kind of a deal? Is it like one of those setups?
Yes.
Okay.
Why? You want one?
I would love to do an Orville at some point.
It's a cool ship, Andrew?
I'd be curious to see. Are you bringing this to Wonderfest?
Yes.
I'll definitely want to have a look, because if it's if it's like, and I'm not talking about the final job. I'm talking about the kit itself. If it's kind of what I'm looking for, then I might seriously look into that. But my issue is 3D printing is like black magic voodoo as far as I'm concerned. It's you have to have the resin thumb in order for it to work out properly. So
That's not necessarily true. If you get a printer with a heated vat, because that eliminates the biggest variable.
yeah.
Get a printer with a heated vat. My experience has been resin printing just works. It just works.
Not
That-
my little
that-
experience so far.
This other printer over here, this filament printer here, that's the voodoo black magic. The resin,
Very
I send the
finicky.
print to the printer, it starts printing, it gets done, there's my part. 99% of the time, there's a failure every here and there, but not very often. But this thing does not like me.
See, I'll be really curious to see if this works.
No.
No, it doesn't.
So there's something about the order.
Let me double check. From here to here, from here to here, and then from here to here. Yeah.
So that tells me something is wrong somewhere, but it doesn't make sense
See, that's what I was thinking.
that it works if it's not the first in the chain.
There's something, got to be something in this little piece that's corrupting the data or something before it gets out the other end. That's the only thing I can think of.
So I would be highly tempted to switch that out with a new strip, just for the peace of mind.
Yeah, if you have another strip, you might as well give it a try.
So Todd, the only thing is data will go through Although, did we have it as the last one in the chain before, or was it the middle one?
Last. No.
Okay.
No.
We had
It
it
was
as
not.
trying to have
It
it
was
as
not
the
the
first
last one.
No, it was not the last one in the chain. So data is going out of it when it's not the first one.
Because this one has to be the last one. Because I didn't solder a wire to the other end for the data to come out.
Yeah. So Todd, no, he had the free strip as the middle one. So data.
All we did was swap this one and this one.
Yeah. So
Because this one has to be last because all I have is the data wire going in. And I really don't want to have to tear that whole thing apart again to put a data wire coming out.
yeah, Todd, it's so weird. But I mean, I would be tempted. So what I would do if it was me, I would replace that wonky
This
strip
piece.
and then just keep it for when you need short sections.
Gotcha.
So slice that up into short sections.
Well,
for
I have
other
this
things.
much more, so I just have to sit here and count 57 LEDs.
Yeah. I would hate to junk a strip. So I would keep it and use it for smaller sections as needed.
Right. That sounds like good advice, Andrew. Thank you. And thank you for helping.
No problem.
Because
I've been through this a couple times.
I was tripping out.
And I was in no position to help.
But doesn't this all look just so much fun, Jody?
No. It does not.
Why not? It's exercise for the brain meat.
This is exactly the same kind of stuff I have to deal with at work when we're dealing with sound issues and something's not working. And it's just all process of elimination. Replace components or swap out components until you find the one that's causing the problem.
As long as you have something to swap it out with.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's count 57 LEDs.
Lights are bad, says Don.
4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm just glad I happened to be able to open up the stream at the right time and be free to jump on.
Yeah, because we still wouldn't have it figured out probably. Just being honest. 12, 13, 14, 15.
At the very least, you have a setup that works. But if we can foolproof it so that there are no potential fail points in the future, because you don't want to get to Wonderfest and then everything from your engines forward doesn't work for you.
Well, the engines are going to be the only addressable LEDs.
Okay. Still, you
Because
definitely don't want
the entire ship. If you watch Orville, and I've watched like 100 videos of this ship now trying to figure all this out, but the entire ship is just constant on lights.
Yeah.
The only effects on the entire ship are the engines. That's it.
I think I would still be tempted to do the same thing that I'm going to do with the Excelsior/B and set up individual cabins and have like a dynamic cabin light system set up.
I like that idea. That's cool.
It may not be exactly what's on
So
screen, but
randomly turning on and off different rooms.
Yeah, or just dimming or changing color or whatever. Couple ensigns are having a nice romantic dinner and they've got the lights dim low, you know.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let me get caught up on our viewers here. We let you guys figure that out. Nice work there, Andrew.
Yes, thank you, Andrew.
Alex says 12 days left until Secret Santa. Who's excited?
I'm excited.
Buck says,
I am too.
Santa?
Can't wait to find out what I got.
Bet the data pad went kaput. Buck shows Santa.
Data pad.
So,
No,
Howard
the
says-
pad is good.
The Pythagorean theorem states that in a right-angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse, the side opposite the right angle, C, is equal to the sum of the squares of the two other sides, A.
This is
Thank you,
true.
Howard. And he says, oh, wait, that's not the problem.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
He just wanted to make you read all of that.
Alex says, what was the question? I know that GamBody sells the files for the Orville as well as allows one to buy the parts printed for you.
I mean, if you just
So
want
you can
somebody to
get
print
them,
it
like, if
for
you
you,
don't have
Andrew,
your
I
own?
could do that. I could print it for you sometime.
Yeah, we can chat offline.
So Todd says data line is bad after the loose strip somehow. Could be a broken wire inside the strip.
Yeah, these are all invalid comments now. That
Bad internal.
Yeah.
Well,
we-
yeah.
we-
I guess anything pertaining to that are invalid comments. Don says, "Join the dark side, Jody."
Don't listen to him, Jody.
We have lights. Oh,
That's
he says,
right.
we have lights.
There we go.
Computer networks are the same way. Go down the line to find the loose cable. Todd says, Bortus lighting up a carton of cigarettes in his cabin. Yeah, I just have one cabin that always has an orange flick every once in a while. Just an orange flash. Computer, 500 cigarettes. That was funny.
Have you ever tried to solder these little skinny LED strips, Andrew?
Yep, I use the. So are those 2020s?
I don't know.
Like
They're
are they the 2 millimeter?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm using in 1400 scale warp engines now, because and I'm using the super high density, so there's basically like no space between.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah, they're wonderful for warp chiller grills because you don't have to do anywhere near as much diffusion to get an even lighting, and they're great for effects as well. You can.
That's why I wanted to use them for these engines.
Yeah, because it gives you so much dynamic range on what you can do effects wise. So
Well, I had some high density that had 50/50s in it.
yeah, but
Which
those
is
are
what I was originally going to use, but that strip was too wide to fit where I needed it.
Yeah, they're too big for some applications, like the 1400 Enterprise E. There's so little space in those spindly nacelles that using the 2020s are really the best route to go just for a space kind of situation. Plus, there's not much room for diffusion, so having the high density 2020s in those situations is amazing. And those you can actually kind of put on the side. So
plus,
light up the interior, and
this strip has that over it.
you've got like the waterproof.
That
Yeah.
helps diffuse too.
Yeah.
Plus, when I put the strip in, I put it way up inside there.
Yeah.
So it's actually just kind of casting the light down this way.
Yeah. When you think of it, if you can, send me a link for where you got those, because I'm always looking. Excuse me. I'm looking for a better source for the 2020s, and I'm seeing
where
that
did
you've
I
got a
get
whole roll of
these?
it there.
It wasn't Amazon. It was somewhere else.
Because I've had to get mine off AliExpress, and I'm just getting like strips of them.
It's in the Discord. In either the links or the tool section, you'll have to scroll back a ways because Todd sent me the link. Todd looked them up and found them and put the link in Discord.
Oh, give it 10 seconds. Todd will have a link up there for you, Andrew.
Under you said tools?
Either tools or links. It might be under links.
If I know Todd, he's going to put one right here in the chat any second.
Under Linksys, huh?
Links. Links. Caution. There's been a lot of stuff added. Here we go, right here. It's not even far. 5-volt, 2.7 millimeter, super slim, RGB, independently adjustable LED strip cob.
Got it.
Boom. Just like that.
That's the one I bought.
Okay.
The price is not as nice as most of the ones on Amazon, but it's the only place I could find this strip.
The one I clicked on are dumb LEDs.
No, it shouldn't be.
Oh, that's mean.
But there were 2 links, so
They're still trying.
Oh yeah, the top one is just LED strip. The bottom one is independently addressable LED strip. See, Todd put 2 links, one right after the other.
yeah.
The second one is independently addressable.
Okay.
Buck says, "Hey, I came here for lights."
Yep,
Where are
that's
the
it.
lights?
That's the one I bought.
I'll have a closer look at that.
Todd says WS2812 compatible.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
those are the ones I use.
2812B.
Yeah, you
That's
have,
the
you, have,
board
you
you
have to
use?
keep your protocols the same, or weird things happen.
Why won't
So
this?
far, all the addressable LED strips that I have are 2812B.
Yeah.
Well, no, this one's 2812, but evidently it's the same as 2812B because or close
Yeah,
enough.
it's the 2812 that you're concerned with. Yeah, soldering those pads can be fun.
Yeah.
So I was struggling until I replaced my my solder station. Turns out my old solder station, it wasn't conducting the heat properly anymore to the tip, and I couldn't get replacement parts for it anymore. So, but now I've got a little heat gun on my solder station, which is great.
Yeah, I have one too. Where did I set my flux?
It's with your capacitor.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I should have known that. There it is.
So I really want to see what this does now once you get this wired up.
So Andrew's going to sit and watch me struggle for a minute.
Excellent. Alex says he's going to look into those lights for the Cerritos.
I'm using the super high density. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to read the comment. Don says other Don's squirrel died there. Sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
It did.
I'm using the 144 per meter 50/50s for most of the lighting in the 650Ds. And the pads, so there's a pad between every LED. So you can cut them anywhere you want, right? So each one is individually padded.
Right.
Rather than like a group of 3, and then you can cut. So that's nice, but the pads are so short. So a lot of the times, in order just to get enough pad surface to properly solder, I have to sacrifice an LED and cut it right close to the next LED. Just because there isn't really enough pad
room.
space. Those ones look like they're a bit longer.
Yeah, but the hard thing is they're so freaking close together.
Yeah, you really have to rely on the solder, just kind of only staying on the pad, just by the very nature of it, whatever that process is of it.
Plenty of flux.
Yeah.
Soldering the power ones and the ground one is not too hard. Soldering that middle one.
Yeah. My one suggestion to you would be to use 2 of the OmniFixo clamps. That way it won't pivot on you quite so much.
Well, I don't have a problem with it pivoting. It's just keeping the solder where it should be.
Yeah. Well, because the strip is like sliding side to side. If you used a second clip, it would coming from the other side, it would prevent that movement for you.
There we go. We got that end done.
Nice. Very nice.
The Omni thingamabobbies are something I use all the time when I'm working on the lighting stages.
Oh, I love it. The Todd got one, and he was talking about how great it was, and he was telling Ian, I think it was, how great it was, and Ian bought one, or Todd bought one for Ian. I can't remember. And they were just on and on and on about it. And I'm like, I have no problem with my little soldering tweezers. I'll just stick with them.
Todd's
And
had
then-
Well, I thought I was having no problem with the
Yeah.
little helping hands thing.
And
I was
then
like,
Howard sent one to me,
you know,
and
was like,
once
I'm
I
just
used it,
learning
I'm like,
anyway, so what's
holy
the
shit.
difference?
Todd's had some great ideas about types of tools to send people.
See, there's my
Yeah.
problem.
He knows what people need.
Yeah, you definitely don't want
That
any.
gummit.
Dadgummit.
See, the problem is not anything physically moving. It's you touch the solder to it, and it welds two pads together
Yeah.
like that.
Is there some kind of like solder inhibitor that you can put down that like will stop the flux from flowing where you don't want it to? Like liquid
Not that I'm
mask
aware
or
of.
something? Well, liquid mask.
Well,
There
you
we
could-
go.
You
I
could
got
you could do a liquid masking, but I don't think it would be worth the time and effort.
No.
I think that's good. We'll find out in a minute.
So put that new one at the front.
Yeah,
of the line.
yeah. It's
And
still
see what
hooked up that way. I didn't unhook anything from the Arduino or anything.
Yeah.
I just desoldered the wires. Left the other end of the wires connected, so it should be still connected exactly the way it was. So let's connect power. And now I have nothing.
Double check your directions.
Oh, you're right, Andrew. Backwards. Good call, Andrew.
Is it?
Yeah. Going through the strip backwards.
Okay, well, power shouldn't matter which direction it's going through. Just
Yeah,
Right,
I'm just swapping the data wires around. This needs to be connected to
which for
here.
just for practicality, you might want to swap your power cables once we test this out. But just for testing it out, should be okay.
What do you mean swap the power cables?
I don't know if you want to put them on the same end as the data in.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you should be able to put them anywhere on the strip and work. I also like sometimes stealing power for other things from the strips.
Yep, done that too.
So sometimes if I just have to hook up like a
Output.
an 0402 SMD that has to just always be on and it's not being controlled, then I'll just steal power off of a strip.
Or you can just splice it into a couple of the pads on those strips.
Yep.
Oh, cool. That's good to know.
Put
Well,
those there.
Good to know.
Couldn't
for
do that on
someone
the
that's
D though,
gonna
because
do that.
all the 0402 SMDs are controlled.
Input goes here.
So Alex said he's going to check out some of those lights for the Cerritos. He said they look like they'd make good lights for Cerritos. I could paint the phaser arrays with clear blue. put a strand behind it, and put some in the engines and replicate the duplication scene. In the main sausage section, where we first see a model of the Cerritos being built, that sparked the limited edition run of the model we all know. Yes, the one with the quark on the box.
Yeah, I don't have the limited edition one.
Nor do I. But that doesn't matter. I don't care what the box looks like. I care about the model that's inside.
Correct.
You only care about the box if you never plan on building the model.
Yeah.
Okay. In here, out there, goes to there, and out there, and goes to there.
Todd says, I just
Bam.
would run the LED power.
Still the same problem, Andrew.
That's very
Oh, wouldn't.
strange.
It says, I
This
wouldn't
works.
run the.
Those two aren't.
Todd says, power them and the Arduino with their own power wires, sharing a ground.
Yeah, that's what I do with these as well. So Donnie,
I mean, I can try that.
Donnie,
Mm-hmm.
humor me, because you just use the same data wire, right? You just removed it from the one and put it onto this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you put a fresh piece of wire on it?
On which end?
On the data in?
Yeah, I know, but this has two data wires, one on each end.
I know the data in.
Data in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The data in coming from the Arduino.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, put a fresh, if we're having the exact same problem, put a fresh piece of wire on it.
That shouldn't be the problem, though, because when you connect it not first, still using this wire.
I know, but weirder things have happened. So the constant here at this point is that piece of wire.
Well, yeah, but also the piece of wire on the other end, too.
True. But we can do it one at a time. Are you putting a resistor on your data line?
No. Should I?
It's usually recommended.
What size?
Let me check.
So in this case, it is not futile.
My fastest way to check for you is to check the resistors I have specifically for that, and it'll say on the package. Otherwise, I have to look it up.
Todd says 300 to 500 ohm on the data line.
I think 320 is what I use, but don't quote me on that.
He said it helps with the current and spikes.
Well, maybe that's what I need then.
It just regulates the signal a little more.
Yeah. Oh, those are extras.
Andrew just wants to see me soldering these tiny little pads again.
Andrew wants to see you succeed is what he wants.
Hey, I had to go through that pain.
Little flux on the wire. Soldering iron.
A little flux on the wire.
And I dropped the solder.
A little solder on the tip. Todd says, I had to put them on my serial line to the DFP layer or possibly the DF player in the Enterprise.
The DF player.
DF player?
Yeah.
It could be DFP layer. I don't know. I don't know these things. Come on, star, comment. Every time I click the star. no.
So I'm not finding my package of data resistors, but I have one on my breadboard, and I can
So they're
check.
data specific resistors, like they're not just.
No, just the
Normal
value of the
resistors.
resistor is what he's
Oh,
talking
I see.
about.
Okay, I getcha. I just wanted to clarify that for myself. If there's like resistors that are specific for that use, or are you just going by the value that you need to be? Yeah.
Just
Never
the
mind
value.
me. I'll be quiet. I'm sorry.
You're good, Jody.
Eric says star this. Okay, I'll give it a try.
I hate trying to read the
Didn't work.
resistor codes because you can never tell what color it's meant to be and which direction they're meant to go.
Yeah,
in.
that's the hard part. Which direction do I start, from this end or the other end?
And so it's red.
Wine.
I think it's red, but it could be orange.
Okay. New data wire.
20s?
Twisty.
Pinchy.
I can't be.
Pluggy. Samey.
You need that.
Let me
sound
get a
effect.
resistor. You said 3 to 500, Todd?
Yes, he did. 3 to 5.
How about 390?
That's close to 500. That's in between. Falls within the window.
I have a 390. I am currently out of 330.
The highest it goes is A380, not an A390.
Huh?
Never mind. Airplane joke.
Surely you can't be serious.
No, I meant a real airplane joke, not an
I know.
airplane the movie joke.
That's why you can't be serious. Surely.
Okay. We'll connect this to here. And then we'll plug in the power. And now I have nothing.
That sounds like a soldering malfunction.
No, when I connected the resistor into the data line.
Might not be the right value.
I used a 390. Todd said 3 to 500. Okay, we'll take that resistor back out. Wait a minute. I think the wire broke.
Aha, 330s is what I use. Found it.
All right. Pro tip to read resistors: look for the gap between the strips. The gap is the end of the line. If no gap, read from the strips nearest the end.
What if there's no gap?
Read the strips nearest to the end.
What if they're both nearest to the end?
Pick an end. I don't just reading what Todd says here. To read resistors, look for the gap between the stripes. The gap is the end of the line. If there is no gap, read from the stripes nearest to the end. And I do realize the first time I read this, I said strips. My bad. Now it is strips. If one strip is gold or silver, that's the end as well.
Todd, I'm going to send you a picture
Stripe.
of my data resistors, and you tell me which end I'm supposed to read
because
it
they
Trust
probably
me, Andrew, I have a problem with that too.
That's why I meticulously organize them.
Yeah, see, I take the resistor out, it works.
Also, the blue ones are a pain. So 330 is what you need to use on the data line.
I don't have a 330
No?
right now. I'm out of 330s.
Well, can't help you there.
I don't think I do. Let me look again. Let me look again.
Hi, buddy. You back?
Be right back, guys. I have to actually find my phone.
20, 150,
Okay.
130, 100. Here's a 330.
Get out of here then.
Hmm?
No, bird was attacking my head. Just landed on my shoulder and started biting
Let's
me.
try. And it just goes right into the data line. The juice goes right through the resistor and on down the data line, right?
I think Andrew stepped away. Did you hear that one, Todd?
Sorry, I'm back. What was the question?
The data goes right through the resistor and on down the line, right?
Yeah, so between the, like, somewhere between the pin and the first LEDs.
That's where I'm putting it. Right there. Now
Confirmation
plug
from
the
Todd on that
power,
one too.
and I have nothing. Nothing.
And you're putting that on the data line, correct?
Yes, right here on the data line. See the
That's
resistor?
weird. But I mean, if you're not getting any issues without the resistor, you might be okay.
But I mean, the data line connected to that leg of the resistor, and then the data line continues from that leg of the resistor. But if I just slide the resistor off, reconnect the data line directly, I just pulled the wires out. Crapola.
Ah, way to go, Jody.
Some of the resistors I have are blue, and they're terrible to read.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Daggone it. I'm going to have to get a new plug.
Yeah, Alex is going to work on his longboat. Says, I bet the planks I was bending, probably dry, ready to be glued on the longboat. I'll get it going and start working on shaping the last of the planks. And Eric says, resistance is futile. And Todd says, that is a far band resistor. He
5
says
band.
5. I know. There are 4 bands. And there is
I don't see a gap. But oh well. I keep them in the packages that are labeled, and I write the value on the little paper strips that hold them together as well.
I can't find my little JST connectors. There they are. There's one.
And Trent is going to make like a baby and head out. He says, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good
Trent.
night,
Good night.
Trent. I'm fixing to myself. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
I guess.
once I'm done here, I've got to go outside and shovel the driveway before going to bed.
Oh, bummer. Yeah, I saw your pictures there, Andrew. Surprisingly, more snow than we have here.
Yeah, I spent a good chunk of the day today scraping the driveway because we got a lot of ice buildup.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
Todd says, in that pic you sent, is it from bottom to top? If you look very closely, there is a large gap between the 4th and 5th bands. Don says the last band is the tolerance.
No, those are the wrong plugs.
Yes, you're a chicken. I know. You peekaboo?
Crap.
Oh, there he goes. Peekaboo.
I don't have another plug.
Hi.
Maybe there's one over here. There is. Here's
Yeah.
one.
Aha. There it is.
Which Arduino is that?
Nano.
Nano? Do you have an Uno around?
I do not.
So the Unos are great for just doing your bench testing and stuff like that. If you want to transfer everything over to a Nano after, for the actual model, but the Uno gives you the
More room.
Yeah, it's just easier to work with when you're doing all your test runs and stuff. All right, put that back in the middle. Let's see if it's the same deal.
Put this strip back in the middle.
Yeah, see if it's the same deal. Because if it is, I don't know what to tell you.
If it is, it stays in the middle.
Because you put a fresh wire on it, right?
Yep. On one end.
Yeah. I mean, you could replace the other wire.
But I don't see how it could be the other wire.
I mean, it's the only
Because
thing
when
left.
you put it in the middle, it's still going through the wires.
It's the only thing left that we haven't replaced apart from the Arduino itself.
Okay, in this one.
But the Arduino doesn't care what's connected to it.
Right. So this one's straight to the Arduino. Then through that one, this needs to connect.
The head bones connect to the neck bone.
To the input on this one.
Please, please, please don't tickle my knees.
And then the output on this one needs to connect to the input on this one.
I'm a genius.
You're a genius?
I'm a genius. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how I was going to mask off the little Bussard collectors and the deflector dish, and I had an idea. I cut little pieces of shrink tube to fit right over them
There you go.
and mask them off perfectly.
Oh, that must be for your TOS Enterprise?
Yeah, the little tiny one there.
Yeah, because those are kind of like almost like the jelly bean buttons, right?
Almost.
Or the gumdrop buttons.
I used a piece of a clear sprue.
Yeah, but they're like
and
just
carved.
Essentially a dome that sticks out, right?
Yeah. I just
Oh.
carved little domes and glued them on the end. And it's got a red LED inside.
Andrew, you broke my
nacelle.
stuff.
Now remember, you've got your polarities, the polarity issues on your strip, on your middle strip, right? So is in actually in? and out actually out?
Yes,
Okay.
I think. Yes. It's going from the Arduino in here, out here, in here, out here, to here.
The only thing I can think of is that there is something in the soldering.
How's that?
Well, I don't know because I can't see it close enough to.
But what I'm saying is when this one's hooked up first, this one lights, nothing after it lights.
Yes.
Correct? But now I put this one first, and now it lights, but this one don't. Whereas a while ago, we actually had them all three on. If there was an issue with the soldering on this one, because it was working a while ago.
Okay, run number 3 into number 1.
This one into this one?
Yeah.
I can run this one into this one. This one don't have an output, remember?
Yeah, but let's just make sure that's working.
So that one's hooked up, so I need to connect this to this.
Because my guess is that's going to work.
Probably.
And let me guess, that strip is already embedded in the ring, and you don't have access to it.
Yeah, both of these are already embedded.
Okay.
Because I had them both working.
Yeah, because you can't add a data onto that now.
And they're both working. And the LED tape that's in here is from this roll.
Yeah.
I don't know, but this is going to become a problem for a different day because I have to go to bed.
When do your holidays start, Donnie?
Next Tuesday will be or Wednesday. Tuesday. Next Tuesday will be my last day. And then I go back on the 5th.
That's not bad.
Yeah, Todd, it is a 3:30. I already knew that because I use it for the data.
Buck says Donnie's fixing.
Yep.
So Donnie,
Mm-hmm.
the original LED strip, you took the wires off of that, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Why, you want to try it again real quick?
If you want to put fresh wires on it, we can try it.
All fresh wires?
I would.
Why?
Just eliminate potential for because then there's no point removing them from the strip that you've got them connected to right now.
Yeah, but I mean, there shouldn't be no issue with the power wires, right?
This shouldn't be an issue to start with, so it's like I'd probably just try it with fresh wire.
Shazbot.
Again, that might be something you want to try on a different day.
Yeah, I believe I will.
What kind of wire is that you've got coming out coming out of the engines for the data?
These in? Oh, it's magnet wire for the data.
Okay.
It's 30 gauge magnet wire. But it's working perfectly on those two. I just
Yeah.
can't get this one to work. And I don't understand why.
Yeah, my best guess for you would be to hook some fresh wire up to your original strip, put it back in the line, and see if that helps anything.
It's worth a try. But like I said, I'll do that on a different day because it's 10 o'clock now.
Yeah.
And I have to get up at 4.
That's not fun.
No, it's not. But Nissan says I have to, so I have to do what Nissan says, right?
Mm.
One last time. Nope. Now I get nothing. That's a problem for another day. Thank you for the help, Andrew.
Well, hopefully we can get it sorted.
Yeah, I'll get it figured out sooner or later.
You got a bunch of knowledgeable minds on your side, buddy. We'll get it. Well,
one way or
they'll get
another,
it
right?
figured out. I won't say will. I can't include myself in that because I have no idea how to help you.
Moral support,
What?
man. Moral
Yeah,
support.
you got that. I can do that much. I can do that.
But thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you, Todd, for throwing out some ideas. Thank you, Andrew, for helping. We had it working for a minute. But I appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see here. I'm not prepared ever to do this. Here we go. Tomorrow night at 7 Eastern, we got Keith working on the Lego Goonie ship. And then at 9, we'll have Buck working on his little not Lego, not Disney castle. And then Wednesday night, we got the Woody Wednesday stream at 7 Eastern. And then Thursday night, we have Aligning the Stars, which will probably be Aligning the Cars, working on the Subaru at 8 Eastern. And then we have the Friday night stream at 9 Eastern. And then, Jody, will you be streaming before Andrew?
I'll be streaming after Andrew and before Andrew.
Ah, okay.
If you can believe that. I'm going to be in the middle of an Andrew sandwich.
We'll have Andrew at 9 Eastern. Then we'll have Jody at probably what?
No, we'll
7?
have Andrew earlier in the afternoon. Andrew's going to do a double header on Saturday.
Oh,
so
you said
early. He's going to do an early stream, and then I'm going to stream probably around 6 o'clock, and then Andrew will be on his regular time at 9.
Right. Any certain time you're going to stream early, Andrew?
Undecided yet. Depends on a few things.
Okay. So Saturday we'll have Andrew at some undisclosed earlier time, and then Jody at about 6, and then Andrew at about 9. And then, of course, we've got the Sunday stream at 4 Eastern. So
thanks for the help, Alec.
That's the HTM week. Sunday fun day. And then back to Donnie. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Alec.
I like
put it all down through there.
Yeah, I like having those. He separated them this time so we could time it right. That worked out great. Thanks, Alec.
But thank you all. I appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow night in the comments on Keith and Buck's stream. So have a good one, everyone. Later.